Hey guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about storing your models. Now, I use these metal tins, to get right into it anyway, I use these metal tins that you can find them at eBay, or not eBay, sorry, Goodwill, at dollar stores, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I found this one at a garage sale. The rest of these I got either gifted or I found at the Goodwill that's near me. Anyway, these are metal tins. I always, as you can see, magnetize my models. What I did here was, if it'll focus, I did 2 washers and then a magnet on it. Sometimes I do bigger magnets. Actually, let me try and find one. But depending on the model, I might do bigger magnets like this one. This one, oh, almost broken. This one just has a bigger magnet just because I didn't really have a reason to give it that specific magnet, but yeah. These metal tins are actually the right metal for magnetic bits. So these things, I stack them up in my trunk, and we go to where my buddies are playing. And I'll show you off a bit of my army while I'm doing this. So I recently got 2 more big ones, so I kind of have been resorting stuff. Right here I've got my command squads, a few character units, and I've got another tin off camera there. There we go, let's get that out of the way. I've been moving things around, I'm kind of sorting them out. I actually might repaint him because I'm changed. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so in here I've got most of my character models. Now you can see it's hard to see. I don't want the light to reflect like right in your face like that, but I also need you to actually be able to see stuff. So you can see there's 4 men and then 2 extras, so 6 men per row for these 2 middle ones. Those are my command squads, and you can also see I've snuck a guy in here, and here, and they're each holding banners, so that's another 3, right? So it's 15 men total. Those are my 3 command squads, and then we've got 2 servo skulls, because my 3rd command squad will always, if I end up bringing 3 at all, the 3rd one will be a Cadian one and doesn't come with a servo skull. I still may make another a servo skull just to have it all filled out, but yeah, I've also got 3, it's kind of hard to see them, but you got 3 Cadian Castellans, 3 commissars, and then we've got 3 tech priests. I made another one recently. I made the 3rd one recently. I'll show you him after. I got a psyker and a Ministorum priest. I'm actually working on new ones now, so this will fill it out. I've got 2 more psychers here, and I've got another Ministorum priest here. I've got another one somewhere here. I can't quite see him right now. I'm not sure if I put him. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, here he is. That's the one I actually showed someone else. Anyway, here he is here. I've also got, in the end, I found out I wanted to bring every single cool, standing infantry model I have, but in reality, you only need 2 of these guys, unless you're using Legends models. This is all I'm going to bring. It'll be a Creed model, and then it would be Lord Solar Leon, or not Lord Solar, sorry. A Sly Marvo model, and actually that would be my Creed model. This would be Sly Marvo, and that's if I bring Sly Marvo. So 2 at best, unless I start using Legends, which I don't, just because it's easier to just because I don't like how many crazy stat blocks there are when you enable Legends inside of new recruit. Anyway, next box is, you can see also these are all come in different uses. This one I don't actually know what it was for. This one's obviously a cookie box, but if you pop it off, I have my entire Kasserkin, 2 full units of Kasserkin in here. I actually do have to edit 1 or 2 of these guys, but yeah, I've got the whole setup all done. So a box that just holds all my Kasserkin that I could need. I might bring another unit at some point, I don't know, we'll see. Then I've got this one. You know what? Let's move this smaller one off camera. Let's move this one. Sorry, I'm also mid-painting and kit bashing, so the table's kind of full as always. But to show you the big one. Alright. So, here we've got 4 artillery pieces, because I can either bring them as 2 or 3, I believe they're called artillery teams, or I can bring them as 2 squads of field ordnance batteries, right? I have 6 heavy weapons teams in here, though I can run them as whatever. I actually generally just use las cannons. And I've got, I think I showed you this. I've got my Lord Marshal Dreer proxy, which I don't actually use him as Lord Marshal Dreer. I just put that on the wrong base. I found out later. This is my new model base. This is for Lord Solar Leontis, who I bring in pretty much every list I have. And he's magnetized so he won't fall. And again, both are magnetized into the walls. Funny enough, this one, I don't know what it was for. It just got this like kind of design on it, but I know it was for cookies because it still smells like cookies and there's still some crumbs in there. I'm actually probably going to leave that because I like the smell. It's like gingerbread every time I open it. And this last one, it had a sticker on it. I peeled it off, but it had a sticker on it when I got it that said candles, so I assume, you know, it was used as candle storage. This is just now my tank storage. And not even all of them. I can fit four Lehman Russes out of 6 in here, along with their cannons. I may move my Rogel Dorn cannon in there too, but like that's kind of it. I can also fit 1 Baneblade in here. Like I'm talking, my choice is either 4 Lehman Russes. I could probably fit both Rogel Dorns or 1 Baneblade in here. So just for storage ideas of your own, keep in mind Baneblades are massive. Now, there's also plenty of you can also get like army holders or army cases and stuff on like eBay. I imagine Facebook might have some, but eBay and Amazon. So I'm just grabbing the next thing. I have a metal medical kit here. Oh, I'm sorry. Gonna get that light out of the way real quick, and I can move it back in the way, kind of. So it's hard to see. I can't really here. Let me. That should help. In this section, I haven't decided what's going to go into it. Originally, I had my entire Cadian army in here, and then a few Kasserkin, like my 2 squads, and then this was full of Ogren. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I just kind of switched sorry for that. Switched it around. You'll see also I'm missing half my army. There's a reason for that. I'll quickly show you. I decided to go with what you see is what you get for my entire army, and to make them all stand out more. I'm not sure if I showed this off, but I will again. Radio man kind of thing, you know. Plasma gunner. This is actually a flamer, but I'm going to snip off. Actually, no, I'll do that now. This was originally a flamer, but I'm using it as a melt-a-gun. There we go. But yeah. And I give them not functionally. I give them like these techie kind of backpacks instead with lots of little light things. And I'm going to be coloring the backpacks in like glowing little energy things and their helmets the color of the weapon, just to make it easier to figure out what's what. Other than that, you know, you can use anything. I would recommend though, easiest way is magnetic boxes. Magnetize your models, store them inside. Make sure too that the model's magnets are really strong. So like if you can't stick them on here sideways, I'm not sure I can actually show you an example. I was gonna say if you stick it on your metal surface and it can't stay sideways, if it'll just fall off, then it's not a strong enough magnetic hold. But here's my recommendation, okay? You can use more magnets if you want, or even bigger magnets. What I do is I buy magnets off of Temu. They're really cheap, and I can get them in bulk. And what I do is I use a washer or 2 to fill out the space in that empty base, right? Let's grab this. So it's like a washer gets you up to like here. And the second washer brings you up to here, and then you have that magnet for the last little bit, right? You can stack magnets if you want. In fact, I had to do that with my command squads. But if you want to use as minimum magnets as possible, try and get them as close to the metal as possible. Now, keep in mind you're going to need... I use super glue myself, but I'm sure green stuff or something will work. You can also use other magnets, but yeah. Like this one, you can see it's actually a thicker magnet. There's no interruptions. This one actually isn't even magnetic yet. But this one you can see also is a wider magnet. Now this is strong purely because of it's got more surface to connect to the metal. But yeah, like anything can be magnetized. Actually, let's see, is this a good... I'm not sure if you can't really see it, but this one looks like it's one bigger magnet, but it's actually 2 smaller magnets I super glued together on top of a washer. Now this is before I did the 2 washer kind of solution. The washers also help because you can put the washers roughly in the middle of the base and then put super glue what I do is I coat the super glue around it. I'll actually do a video explaining how to make a base at some point, but I put a washer down, I put super glue, put a washer down, super glue on the second washer, and it'll still be sliding around, which is fine. I put a second washer on it, super glue on that, and then I put a magnet on it. And then it can still be shifting around, so then I take a bit of baking soda and put it in with one of these things. I can't remember what they're called, but it's it can pick up a little bit at a time. Dropper bottle, something like that. And then I seal it in, and then sometimes I'll do a second or even a third layer of super glue just around it, just to keep it strong. This one didn't need a whole lot, but some of them really do. Like this one, you can actually see the super glue dripped down. So when I filled this in with baking soda, it can land in there. And actually too, if you get your baking soda into a container like this, you can see this one's kind of all dirty. This is not for cooking anymore, obviously. But what you can do is you super glue it and you just dip it in, right? And you shake it off, knock it out, and it'll work. Now again, I think I'll actually do a video of that soon of how to make one of these. So just dropped Acadian head, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, my recommendations overall, if you just want to skip to the end, kind of get an idea of what to do. Super glue your bases, get magnets on there, use metal or sheets of metal inside of non-metal materials. So, actually I'll show you this too while I'm here. For my bigger tanks, because they aren't going to move, I use this plastic bin from the dollar store. I can fit 2 Bane blades in this one. Sorry, I can't really move my camera around. It's kind of not great, but in short, if I wanted to store my models in there, I would put a sheet of metal in there and then magnetize them like normal. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night. If you have any recommendations, any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.